Binge the full week of The Ray Taylor Show ad-free over at inspireddisorder.com/plus.
This is The Ray Taylor Show.
Rayz Dayz, episode 105, where I break down and recap my week. However boring it may be, it's going to be talked about on this episode. Starting off, just horribly, I'm just not sleeping very well. Last week I had an issue with a twitchy eyelid. Thankfully, that was not part of my week this week, but lack of sleep, definitely part of it. And it's mostly because I've kind of come to figure out that, like, Sundays are my busiest day. Sundays are crazy. And I usually, wake up at like 6, 7 in the morning, and I don't finish until anywhere from 10 to midnight. So Mondays usually are a day where I like to sleep in. It is very much a recovery day, a lazier type of day, despite the fact that on Mondays I will edit out all of the clips and promo clips I do for all the episodes. But I haven't been able to do that on Mondays for the past 2 weeks because of other not responsibilities, but things that I've offered to help out with around this place where I live. And it's gotten to me. Like, it's basically I'm not able to recover from Sunday. So then the entire week I am at a base level of exhausted and barely able to get the things I need to get done completed. And this past week was not much different. Very tired. And it's also getting hot. So the thought and prospect of maybe taking a nap or sleeping in doesn't really happen, just because it's difficult for me to sleep when it's hot anyway. Sleeping when you're covered in sweat is not necessarily the most comfortable way to relax and sleep. So I think both of those things have made my weeks this past week and the week before more difficult. I'm hoping that as far as I know, as of right now, it's Sunday, currently 2:30 p.m., on Sunday, which is almost a week before this episode gets released. As far as I know, at this moment, I do not need to wake up early tomorrow. I can sleep in. Fingers crossed that stays stays true to the end of the day. We'll see. I could literally get a notification on my phone in an hour, or right now there could be a notification letting me know that, hey, I need your help. In which case, it's going to be another tough week. But not being able to sleep in has been tough, and also the heat has been tough. I did, however, finally finish watching the long-running TV show ER. It's a show, 15 seasons, I think like 300 episodes, 300 and something episodes. I broke down all of the stats of the runtime, complete runtime of ER, and it's a lot. I mean, it took me a few months to watch in quotation marks. It was on a lot in the background, like a lot when I'm editing and things like that. I had it on because it's a show that I didn't necessarily need to watch every single episode because it is so long. And a lot of it is like a soap opera-y type of a thing. Crazy things will happen. Crazy events will happen where the ER gets slammed, like some tragedy will happen. But it's a great show, man. That last season's great. There's a lot of time spent paying homage to the original characters of the show. People coming back to kind of get little aspects of their characters and their storylines wrapped up. Just so good. I cried so much. And they almost killed another doctor. So many doctors have died. Not so many. There's probably only like 1 or 2 doctors that have died, but it seems like they kill off doctors a lot, like that you really care about. but yeah, such a great show, and it ends so well. It ends so beautifully, where it's like, it wraps up a bunch of storylines and like even the new characters that got added on the last season. It felt like it was a passing of the baton in some ways. But yeah, overall, one of the greatest shows. To do like 15 seasons and to pump out like 20 episodes, 22 episodes a season, 30 episodes a season, that's crazy. That's crazy at a show like the caliber of shows. Like some of these episodes were so well done. Just such a great show, and I'm glad I finally finished it. And now a quick word from our sponsor. Now you can wear The Many Faces, original art by Ray Taylor. Select pieces from the ongoing series of abstract ink paintings. All products made with high-quality materials, made right here in the USA. Go to inspireddisorder.com/TMF merch to browse the entire collection and save yourself an extra 10% when you check out by using coupon code RTSTMF. So once again, go to inspireddisorder.com/TMF merch and save 10% when you use coupon code RTSTMF. And now, back to our show. It's been kind of tough trying to find the new thing to put on in the background. So, this past week since I finished ER, and the new season of Better Call Saul is coming out. So I wanted to catch up, rewatch, the last season 4, I think. They just added season 5 to Netflix. Season 6 supposed to be coming out on AMC soon, or might already be starting to be released. The final season of Better Call Saul. So I've been watching Better Call Saul in the background, which is a show that's definitely a show that requires more of your attention. Actual important events are happening on screen that you should probably watch, and the storylines are so good. Such a great show, Better Call Saul. But yeah, finally finished ER. And I've been having bad dreams. Like generally I'll have bad dreams, and there's an aspect when I have bad dreams where I'll lucid dream. Like I'll know on some level that what's happening in my dream is fake. And because of that, because I know I'm dreaming, the fact that these bad things are happening, I can almost participate in as if it's like a simulation, right? Like, well, I get to exist in this fucked up world that's a slightly different type of fucked up world than the actual fucked up world that we're living in. But I had a dream this past week where I don't know if I ended up flipping that lucid dream switch where I realized, I think it was just a dream that was so real that it felt like these bad things were happening. And it was so bad that I actually had a panic attack in my dream that I didn't wake up for. Like usually in my dreams, like when things really get bad in my dreams, I will wake up, I will wake myself up. And for whatever reason, I had a dream where I didn't wake up from it, and I had a panic attack in my dream. So the entire next day, I don't remember if that was Wednesday or Tuesday or what day it was this past week that I had it, but I felt, because I had a bunch of panic attacks during the beginning of the pandemic when, I used to be driving Uber and Lyft, and the everything fell out, and I didn't know if I was going to get unemployment. I didn't know if I was going to get a stimulus check. I was literally down to my last few dollars, potentially going to be. I had never felt so rock bottom as I felt during those months of the early pandemic, before everything actually kicked in. But I was having a lot of panic attacks back then, like just constant every day throughout the day. I was just in a constant state of panic. And I know how my body react. Like I can feel whatever that chemical is that gets pumped into your body when you have a large amount of stress and have panic attacks that like fucks with you. Like I had that residual feeling after this dream where like all the entire next day I had zero energy, like very depressed, right? But like my body was depressed. I wasn't like mentally depressed because I knew it was a dream. Like usually when I'm depressed, it's because I'm stuck thinking about things that happened in the past that I have no control over, and it's just like this like ongoing kind of cycle of like, I don't know. It like generally my depression takes on a different type of form, but this one was like clearly residue from the panic attack I had in my dream, which is the first time that I've noticed that I've ever had a dream that induced a panic attack, and then I felt the effects of that throughout the entire next day. So one of my days was like that. And it may have been Wednesday because I watched all the Die Hard movies since Bruce Willis recently retired. I figured now would be a good time to revisit all the Die Hard movies, including the most recent one, which I had never seen. So that could have been the day. It could also have been Tuesday because I really didn't get. Tuesday is when I do when I put out the new merch and I do my NFTs. Didn't do the NFTs, just did the new merch. And like just it was bad. It was not a very productive week, but specifically that day because I was it is weird. It was so weird to not only have that panic attack, feel it when I woke up, but then to have that residual effect throughout my day because of a dream, because of a bad dream. I also had another dream. This one I woke up from, but it was a dream where like my mouth was full of hair. Like it was growing, like the inside of my mouth had hair follicles and growing longer to where it was like hard to swallow, hard to like just close my mouth and breathe. It was crazy. And then I woke up from that because it was like, okay, well, I'm not able to breathe. So maybe I was just not breathing. Maybe someone was trying to kill me. Maybe Izzy was trying to kill me. She laid across my face and it was her fur that was making me dream of my mouth full of hair. But very kind of a weird, I don't know what that means. I've never had, like a lot of my dreams are very similar. Like I'm usually running away from something or I'm having to move away. I'm trying to get away from a thing. Different things and different ones. There's usually like a house or a place that's similar, has different changes. Sometimes it's almost like an apartment complex. Sometimes it's like a mansion. Sometimes it's just like a house with like a basement area and an attic. Sometimes like it's similar but different in like every dream, depending on the context of the dream. And this was new. This wasn't like that. This wasn't one of those reoccurring things that happens in my dream that's just slightly changed. So I don't know what dreaming about your mouth being full of hair is, but I don't recommend it. I don't recommend anybody that has hair growing out of their mouth to that they're doing good. They're probably not happy if that's happening to you. Join Inspired Disorder Plus today. Head on over to inspireddisorder.com/plus to join. Membership includes members-only discounts and deals. You get access to the Ray Taylor Show completely ad-free, as well as bonus episodes. You get access to the complete live painting archive. You also get access to every single podcast ever produced by Inspired Disorder, hosted by Ray Taylor. You get access to Ray Taylor's personal blog, as well as the opportunity to ask me any questions. So if you want to start a podcast, you're into art, ask me anything. And so many more things are being added every day to Inspired Disorder Plus. So sign up today, become a member, head on over to inspireddisorder.com/plus and become an Inspired Disorder Plus member today. But yeah, so that was one of my dreams too. And it's just been hot. It's been hot. It's been getting up to about 90s to 100 degrees every day. So that sucks. I'm like just constantly sweating. You know, my shirt's constantly just soaked throughout the day. There's an AC in my little area, but it's not the greatest AC. It tries. It's like Will Smith's acting. It really tries. It really tries to cool the room down, but it's really kind of only has one lane. It works well for a couple things, but the majority of the time it's overrated and doesn't really work that great, and I'm covered in sweat. But yeah, that's primarily been my week. It's I mean, didn't necessarily, my scheduling thing has worked out well, despite the fact that I didn't get all of the things done I wanted to do. But I like having my days. Each day is kind of a different thing that I do. That I like. But I have a new, like, there's this been idea. I mean, I worked a little bit on my movie as well. Constantly on my notes app and my phone, writing down ideas, stories, aspects of the movie, scenes, how I want them to play out, maybe editing, maybe the way I tell certain aspects of the story. I've been working on that. But I talked about how I'm integrating, like, when I have a new piece of merch out, I'll put out, make sure that it's, has links to the original artwork, and if the NFT is available, I have a link to that. So what I want to do is kind of take that idea and make it more cohesive, make it make more sense, make it work better for my website, so I can start promoting it and hopefully start making money. But it's basically taking the select images, the select paintings that I've done that I want to turn into merchandise, which right now is T-shirts, but there's also going to be prints, high-quality prints, 8x10 prints of my artwork that you'll be able to get very soon. But I'm going to have each one of those kind of images as a separate post that has all of the different variations of that image, whether it's an NFT, and they're all going to have NFTs. They're all going to be it's a more cohesive thing. So if you like an image, you go to my website and you see that image, you'll see all of the different ways in which you can obtain that image, whether it's through the NFT, whether it's the original piece of art, whether it's watching making of videos, whether it's a print, whether it's a T-shirt. So it's not all kind of spread out and you have to kind of search for stuff. And that's an idea that has made me excited. So hopefully next week, we'll see how everything goes. Hopefully I'll be able to sleep in tomorrow and kind of have more of a normal week, more of a productive week next week, or this week as you're watching this. Hopefully I will have had a more productive week. So by the time this episode comes out, maybe that will have been started already on the website, which shouldn't take that long because I don't have that many shirts, designs that are shirts now, but it's a direction that is exciting, that I'm excited to just start pumping stuff out, like to the point where I thought about putting this show on hiatus just so I can just fully expand on that idea and get everything out, because that is going to probably be my primary source of income unless somebody wants to sponsor this show. I don't think I'm going to put this show on hold, but I mean, that would be, if I did, it would be to free up my time, because Sundays, watching all the movies and things that I watch, that takes time. Producing everything on Sunday it removes my Sunday completely from being able to do anything else. And then also part of Monday, because I wouldn't have to do clips. So I don't see that happening, but it's something that I thought about a little bit, just putting the show on hold, which it would come back because I do enjoy doing the show. I have no reason not to keep doing it, but we'll see. I'll probably have a better idea next week, just seeing how this week goes, see how much I'm able to get done. But I think it should be actually an easier process than I thought, to kind of get everything set up properly so I can just start pumping it out. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Kind of a vague announcement, I guess. I don't know. But make sure if you see my stuff online to share it. Please share my stuff. It doesn't cost you anything. If you like my artwork, if you like the show, share the clips. Share. That's what social media is for. But anyway, that's been my week. I hope everybody's been having a great week. If you're looking for a show that will take a long time to get through, but it's worth it. Watch ER. It's such a good show. And such like a heartwarming ending for everything. I really enjoyed it. But anyway, I hope everybody's having a good week. Stay safe. Keep wearing your masks. Pandemic's still going on. Even if you're vaccinated, who wants to get sick? Who wants to like potentially get long COVID? Like being sick sucks. Like why would you? Why? It is so insane that people are just like, I don't mind. It's insane. A lot of people that were at one point taking precautions are now getting sick and just being like, whatever. It's crazy. But I hope everybody's doing good, and hopefully better week next week, right? Something like that. Stay cool. Yeah, there you go. New episodes of The Ray Taylor Show come out every single day. Subscribe on YouTube and everywhere our podcasts are found. Binge the full week over at inspireddisorder.com/plus. Buy Ray Taylor Show merch over at inspireddisorder.com. And follow the show on Instagram at Ray Taylor Show. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Peace out!
Today is the day where you wake up and you realize that everything that you've been dreaming about, everything that you've been wanting, every goal and wish and hope that you've ever had can become real. Dreams can come true. What you manifest in your mind, you can bring to reality.